What's up, guys? Crew 42 here with episode 14 as we head to a new course for the channel. We are going to West Olive, Michigan to play the Breakers, and today I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, Donut, as my side commentator. How you doing, Donut?
Hey, what's up, guys?
So super stoked to show this course to you guys. So here's Corey here. He's playing first on the card, about a 940 rated player. He's only played one tournament so far this year, but he will be playing at the River City Open, which we will be covering for the FPO division starting tomorrow. So real excited to play with him.
This is Jared. He's been playing a lot of AM3, just won the CCR Open, and got bumped up to 903, so we'll see him in AM2.
Yeah, I got to play with him. And then here we got Donut here. Looking real good in those shades. Oh, nope, decided not to have those. Oh, no, he's upgraded those shades. Okay, all right. I said we got double shades going on.
My signature look.
Okay, of course, my fault. I forgot about this.
This is Zach, still in the high 800s.
Because I suck.
Holding his disc upside down, doesn't know what's going on.
That's why I suck, because I hold discs upside down when I play with them. All right, headed into hole 1, 371, par 3. Pretty standard line. You have a gap on the right side. You just want to throw something a little hyzer through that big gap and try to crash towards this basket on the right side of it. You can go left, but the basket's very guarded. It's really in this cool, like, spider-looking protected tree combination thing. Really cool basket. Really cool one to start off with.
Yeah, you really want to putt from the way that the camera approached that basket, so you want to be to the right and a little behind the basket. Really comfortable first hole. It's really open, just a full rip, backhand, forehand, lefty, whatever you like.
So I like how you say you want to be on the right and behind it, and I'm on the left in front of it. So good following directions on my part.
Yeah, I mean, and that's still close enough to give yourself kind of a bad 2 look, which
Sure.
is really nice on a 371-foot hole.
I do like this hole too because a lot of first holes are kind of rough because you're either going to deuce it or you're just going to, it kind of can get away from you pretty quickly. And this one feels like as long as you get up the gap here, as Jared looks like he's going to throw just a touch short.
Yeah, he wanted that beautiful line just a little low.
Yeah, needed that maybe higher in the air. But even if you don't throw the best throw off the tee here, you can just chuck it right at the basket because those trees will just knock you down and you'll have a 3 look. So I like the fact that you can start off with a hole where you can be very aggressive, just get your arms going, get used to it. Since I'm playing it blind, that's kind of important for me not to totally stink it up.
Yeah, I've played this course once before filming this, so I know what to expect, but not quite as practiced as these other 2 guys. This is kind of their home course.
Yeah, they're very excited to do this course with us. I know Corey is, very good here. He's also got a cannon for an arm, so real excited to showcase that. As he has just had that tree in his way, he had to do a big stretch around, couldn't get quite the angle, but he and Jared as well. Jared's very good at this course. They're looking forward to just playing this and showing what they can do. Hole 1, though, looks like we're all just going to take pars here. We're all parked underneath the basket here.
It's kind of how this hole plays, whether you're parked or whether you're way out and need an approach shot, you're going to take a 3.
Yeah, slightly elevated basket. Pretty tricky, but very enjoyable. I like that hole a lot. Into hole 2 now, we have 338, par 3. You have a central gap that you have to get through, and then the basket fades off to the right side at the end of it. I would assume that you're just going for a forehand flick here in most cases.
You really want to forehand this hole if you've got a 300-plus foot forehand. If you don't, you're going to have to get creative because that's really the only one line. You can try to go backhand and just play for the 3, or you can throw something really flippy.
Sure.
Zach's been playing with this Firebird a lot. He's been working on his forehand. I don't know if you'd make that play during a tournament, but it's really good to practice that.
Yeah, I think I've gotten more comfortable enough to attempt it in tournament now. So
I think 340's out of your range.
Yeah, I can't throw. I think my max range with my forehand sits at 280. Good conditions, 300, maybe 310 if I got super lucky.
Corey going huge flippy disc. He loves to throw those flippers.
Yeah, he's very good though.
He's got a very understable bag, and he just cranks on them, and so his discs just corkscrew in the air.
Yeah,
And then I've got the arm for this, going Star Monster. I'm trying to park it.
Rip that monster, too. It's not in your bag anymore, is it?
No, I lost that one.
No. Rip monster. So Jared left it a little bit short, so he's just pitching up for a par there. Nice and easy. And I'm kind of a bit of a distance away, so I'm thinking maybe just a half run there, little baby jump putt. If I got it there, cool. If I didn't, like that, I'd be under the basket, so 3 for me. Par on this course, I'm okay with today.
Debut of the new putter.
Oh,
Leaving it short.
Leaving it short. We gotta get used to it still. We gotta get used to it. And Corey making this hole look easy. Just taking an easy putt there as we tap in our pars for the rest of the card.
And then these baskets on this course are really goofy too. It's a lot different. Who makes these?
I think they're Prodigy.
Yeah, I believe they're Prodigy baskets, and this is kind of their premier line of baskets. They've got a couple, and it's like a double, triple chain.
Yeah.
But the center chain is really, really heavy and thick.
It favors big smashes right in the center of it.
Yeah, so you never bounce off the pole and out.
Right, I never could. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that, unless if they threw it softly, then it got pushed out. Here, hole 3, 277, kind of a similar look to last hole, except at the end, the basket's protected in this little cove. So the forehand line I think is still the best line, or a flippy backhand, trying to attack this gap. A lot of options here. This is within my range for a forehand if I can get there, but Corey's going backhand again, and
looks like Corey's throwing putter. That's finishing straight.
Yeah.
He's acing. Okay, no.
Someone get an ace on this channel, please.
Like I was there, I know he didn't ace it, but that's still so exciting to watch. It's so close.
When you watch it again, you're like, oh, did that go in? Oh, you're right, it didn't. Dang. So my forehand was a little short. You could see it wobble right out of my hand.
You think that's a grip issue or a snap issue?
Right there for Jared. I think he might.
For you.
Oh, for me, I think it's a grip thing. I think I need to just practice it more. Jared, I think, slipped a little bit because he held on to that and looked like he swung a little wider than he wanted.
I'm going monster again. I sawed it off a little bit, but that's a good shot. I have a look at 2.
Yeah. So Jared, I think, is going to look to just get through the brush and take. Yep, he's going wide right.
Kind of the same as last hole, where he just put himself kind of close, but has 0 look.
And I want a deuce today because I've had so much bad luck with deuces, and I continue my run of not getting any birdies. And you just
taking the Zach approach on this one?
Yeah, yep, I feel you.
And then I really like leaving this putter short. It's a little heavier than I'm used to. I don't know. We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes practice with a new putter. Like, I'm putting there with that Blue Warden. Took me maybe 2 rounds for me to figure out that putter, and now that I'm using it, I'm definitely more comfortable with it. This is one of those rounds I was trying to get used to it with as well. So. And
then I'm not set on this putter. I'm throwing a DX AVR3. I know DX is the beginner plastic, but I really like the feel of it. I'm used to Ultimate discs, and it feels really smooth in my hand.
Yeah. Hole 4 now, 230 feet, par 3. You got 2 routes to take. You can take the center route here, which is dead straight look right at the basket. Go with a backhand or a really straight forehand, or you can go big Annie on the left side of all this brush, which I know Jared really favors to do, and try to do maybe a baby flex at the very end of it, try to attack the basket.
Yeah, if this was my home course, I'd really practice that forehand spike and try to put it way out and have it come way back. Maybe go force or something super overstable and just try to smash it into the sand.
Right, and Corey there kicks off to the right side. There's some pine trees up on the right side that have never, they're not trimmed up at all, and he is in a tough spot on that side of the fairway. And
I don't know if Firebird's the right disc for this.
I like the play. I would like to try it again. I don't think I gave it enough.
This is the reason Jared wanted to play this course, to show off his arm on this hole, and he just barely nicks the leaves on the way left side. He said he parks this 85% of the time.
Yeah. And then I actually talked to him recently, and he showed me a scorecard of him playing again. I think he played with Corey as well, but he had a scorecard of everyone's scores, and I think he shot 6 or 7 down, so definitely a course that he likes to play and take advantage of.
And then, so this course has some difficulty to it. Mm-hmm. It's not super easy, I definitely wouldn't say.
Absolutely.
Maybe a par or just under course for the 2 of us.
Sure.
And
if I go play it again, yeah.
Yeah. But it's very new player friendly.
Absolutely. Yes.
Where there's only a couple places, like where Corey is right now, where the rough is very thick. You can always find your disc if you hyzer out.
Jared trying to take a putt at that. Corey's still stuck in that prison on the right side.
Yeah, he had about a disc-sized hole he wanted to shoot through, and he got it through in 2, but not really what he wanted.
Still leaves himself with a tester here as he tries to get back up the hill and putt this in. But he does so nicely, even though he hit am side. But those are those Prodigy basket right there, catching the disc really well. Nice firm putt.
Yeah, they like really hard, low putts.
Yep. Which is convenient as I make my Mako 3 putt.
Yeah, I throw soft, high putts, so...
Maybe not the best baskets for you.
No, they still go in, but it's scary because they hit
And
and they kind of tumble back out.
Sure.
But it usually lands in the cage. Ooh, we got a little dab there. Looking good, Jared.
Hole 5 now, 354 feet, par 3. This one you can take either route as well, right or left. On the right side, you really got to be able to throw on a true hyzer, 350 feet. Something that I can't quite do, but I think I can throw around 320, so that's my game plan. Or you can throw up this left side, which is much more popular. Maybe throw a flippy disc or a forehand, trying to get past all that brush that's in the middle and attack the basket. Use the hill to your advantage to try to skip up the hill. Give yourself a 2-look.
The left side is wider and a little bit shorter, actually, if you're to
Yes.
step it off. But it's most right-hand backhand players like throwing hyzers.
Yeah, and I've been trying to work on my hyzers a lot recently. I'm trying to make them more consistent and try to get more power out of them, and I grabbed the wrong destroyer there.
Yeah, I should have gone monster here. I turned this destroyer all the way over, and it just turned all the way into the woods. Corey's going flippy over the top.
This is Jared,
Oh, that's Jared.
I think, right?
I
Yeah,
think
that's
Corey's
Jared.
going to do that too.
Yeah, I think Corey's got enough power to do it. So Jared's showing,
Yeah, Corey.
yeah.
Corey's going huge.
So Jared doesn't have quite the same. You can see him give a little smile to the camera.
Those 2-lane tees are really cool on this course too. There's
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them.
Yep.
Where they're set up wide,
Ooh.
really wide.
Good run from Jared.
So you
there.
can actually take your run up left or right.
I like that about the course. Gives you some options. So forehand and backhand players. And that one you just didn't get high enough.
Yeah, almost like a grip lock. I released it forward instead of above my head.
Yep. And then there's your force coming out, and it's rolling down the hill a little bit. It's going to give yourself a tester.
The force doesn't usually roll pretty far. It's so overstable, it just
Right.
kind of curls up usually.
And I'm throwing a harp here, just trying to use the hill to my advantage. Left it a little wider than I wanted. I got a new zone that I use for shots like that, but I still like the harp. I still use it off the tee all the time. Corey just leaving it just low for his deuce putt. But you can just
That's
see...
a deuce putt?
Yes, that was for his...
That's huge.
And leaving it just a touch short again.
Yeah, I'm feeling really good about the consistency of this putter. Missing the same side every single time is better than missing all over the place.
Sure.
Because then you can slowly adjust that exact same throw into the basket.
Right, just fewer corrections that you have to make.
Right.
I'm having a pretty traditional Zach round right now with all pars.
Yeah, you haven't caged out yet, so
I was gonna
threes
say
it is.
what's happening right now. Which is this is exactly what I've been doing in all the tournaments I've been playing in as well, where it's like I take a bajillion pars. So I would like a birdie at some point today. Headed into hole 6, maybe I can get one here. 206 feet. This center gap that we're walking through right now is absolutely a trap. General Akbar saw it and he announced that earlier today. So.
It's Admiral Akbar.
Excuse me, my fault. I'm sorry, it's Admiral. Correction, thank you. So, definitely the hyzer play I think is the way to go. So I'm trying to take that and hit an immediate tree, and rather than kicking backwards, somehow continue to go forward. So we're going to have to see where that lies.
Yeah, we call that a push pass in catch disc terms, where you can smack a spinning disc and have it keep going.
Okay.
Tree kind of did that for you.
Thank you, tree. Jared tried to go up the gut, just left a little short. He's going to have a big tester.
I think that's the hyzer plan.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's still short. He didn't throw it as hard as he wanted.
Yeah, and it kind of trickled out to the left side a little bit. We'll have to see how close he is to the basket once we get up there.
I can't throw pure hyzers. I don't know what my deal is, so I found the center gap. Wasn't going for it.
That's the play if you're going to take the center gap, though, I guess. So here's Corey from way back, had one gap through the woods and just hits the cage so close.
That's so impressive to even hit metal from that.
Yeah,
that was deep and just a weird look.
And that one you didn't want to leave short, taking a higher, more aggressive look at it.
I don't know if that was a putt even.
It's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, I should have gone wizard.
I think Jared was trying to make sure it got there and just left it too high. Got himself. And I don't know how I ended up being cage high, so I just took a run at this and also hit cage, so.
It's like 180 feet after hitting a tree.
Yeah, I have no idea. Zero ideas.
Oh no, Jared.
He pushes out. He's going to have to take a bogey here.
Yeah, those wide ones bounce out even easier on these Prodigy baskets, but nothing weird happens in the center.
Yeah, the catching of them isn't as good as some other baskets, but the center, like you said, the center is the sweet spot. Just if you can hit the pole, you're going to go in.
So there's a lot of strange things that happen with every basket.
Right.
And then I like the strange things that happen with this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't care if you're pro side or am side.
Absolutely. Heading to hole 7 now, 422. Could be really, this is a tweener, in my opinion. It's like a 3 par 4. Depending on how you're playing it. But you have to hit this first gap, get into the open fairway, and then from there you have this protected green, so you got to get through a couple guardian trees, and then you have this little kind of protected cove you have to attack the basket in.
And then UDisc lists this one as a par 4, but some of the other websites don't.
Yeah, so I think the course itself labels it as a par 3.
Okay.
But I don't. UDisc might label it as a par 4 because they had a tournament here.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that could be a possibility, or when they uploaded it, or maybe the site that says it's a par 3, was inputted incorrectly. So I hit the gap
It's
here.
definitely a tweener, though.
Yeah, it is.
Really brutal, 2 to take,
Yeah.
but 3 feels very doable. 4 feels fine.
Yeah, I would say, this is a tough 3, real easy 4.
And then, yeah, I turned my destroyer just as much as I wanted there, but I just
Missed your line.
Yeah, I missed the line.
And Jared going sneaky. He passed the first tree, but in front of the
was
second
huge.
tree, and so
You think you tried to do that?
I don't think he tried to hit that line. No, I think he tried to hit the.
That turned out okay.
Yeah, it looked great. And you're just taking a simple pitch out here.
Yeah, there's not much I can do from where I'm at.
Wise choice from you. I think Corey here, after he had an unfortunate tree kick leave him way short, he's just pitching it, trying to attack that, that little cove, and hits another branch, kicks him short and left. You going back to the forehand? That's a buzz in your hand?
Buzz OS.
Okay.
I don't flick buzzes. They're too understable. So that one had, again, the exact right amount of turn I wanted, which was 0, just flat.
Yep.
But I missed my line. I wanted to go way left and then crash back into the basket.
Sure. Jared tries to pitch up. He goes a little long. Good thing there's some guardian trees there to keep him a little close. And here I'm throwing something that just has too much of an edge, too much speed, and it skipped past.
Yeah, just parked until it skipped.
So I didn't have my zones yet here, and now that I have my zones, I use those, and that would be parked for a zone. And Corey making a good run there, just leaving a touch short. He's going to have to settle for a 4.
Yeah, his skill definitely comes from the tee. Nothing against his putting. He putts very, very well, but he's not making the really big ones yet.
Yeah.
Most of his birdies come from parking
it,
450-foot holes from the tee.
There's another dab from Jared.
We should have kept count. Zach, no. What are you doing?
I'm going back to normal, Zach. now.
Yeah, it's just kicking it old school.
Yeah.
You cut someone off,
So like we mentioned earlier, even though I took a 4 there, it feels like it's a really easy 4 here, but a 3's kind of tough. Jared did a nice job attacking it and then making his comebacker.
A 4 is like a par and a half.
Yeah, it feels like you lose maybe half a stroke on the field if you're playing tournament. Hole 8 now, 194 feet, par 3, very sandy. The plays to go hyzer, but you can't really go too hard or too fast or too high because that whole right side of pine trees and other brush and foliage is there to protect you and stop you as soon as you can.
One of the cool things about this course is there's a few 200-foot holes, and they're all very hard.
Yeah.
This is not an easy throw. This camera angle makes it look super easy, but look where the tee pad's angled.
Right, we have to throw around those cluster of 3 trees. The basket's completely blind from where you're standing.
Yeah, you can't see that hill at all.
And this is the way to attack the basket here. Perfect hyzer line, puts himself at the bottom of that hill. He'll have a two look for sure. And you and I try to go forehand here as you get the worst cut roll in the sand.
I threw mine
I've
a
ever
little
seen.
low, so it hit the sand with a lot of speed and just took off.
Yeah. And so I think our game plan was to go like a flex forehand and try to get something that will go out wide and then come back at the right at the very end. And I think you just left yours too low, and I cranked mine too much.
I'm trying to go forehand spike hyzer with my force, and
just tough too long.
I just kind of cranked it.
Jared with a nice birdie recovery there. So first birdie from him. He's looking like he's starting to get into a groove for himself. And Corey with a couple unlucky bogeys. He had the one where he got trapped in prison, and then...
Unfortunately, I missed the basket by like 4 feet long, and then rolled down the hill, and so I'm like 30 feet below the basket.
Yeah, so you're just pitching up there. You weren't making a real run.
No, because if I run that, you have to run it with a lot of speed, and then I'm back in the woods.
Yeah, 20 feet, yeah. Hole 9 here, kind of a favorite of local players in this area. 219 feet from the longs. Here's the perspective from the short pads. Got to go over this lake. Lots of space behind it. You really just want to attack the basket as much as you can. I mean, I love this hole. This hole's amazing.
Yeah, it's really hard to park because you have to overthrow because the OB water, and then that makes it really hard to a 219-foot hole.
Because the comebacker, you have the water right there.
Yeah, it's a death putt if you throw too long, and you can't try to throw it just short.
Yeah, because you'll land in the water.
Right. You can try to bang it into the branches of the trees and play plinko on the way down and cross your fingers.
So Jared went long, and then when Corey did it, he's kind of doing that like plinko. I don't think he planned to play plinko with those trees, but when he did it, actually pushed him back and went into the water. But he crossed into the fairway first, so he should be taking his drop on the other side of the lake there.
Also to comment on the short pads, we're not playing longs here. We're playing the only tee on most of the course.
Sure.
I turn a buzz all the way over, and then... But there's like 4, maybe 5 holes that have a short pad. It's just for comfort on some of the more difficult holes.
Yeah.
Some weird lines, really long holes have them. This hole in particular, if your drive goes into the water,
Ooh, nice putt
the drop zone is the short pad.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
And I like that, keeping the water in play with it, but making it easier. I would hate to be at a tournament here after it rained like a solid 2 inches. Because I feel like the basket
water.
Yeah, I feel like you would have no all right, throw it OB in order to have a putt. So. And so as you guys clean up your pars, it's leaving me. And I told you guys before I putted this, it's either going in the basket, or it's going in the water. And Kiss Chains on the right side, not a bad bid.
I'm going to grab the camera.
You want to go look at it, then decide to go back and get the camera. And I am barely safe, so I will take it. Whoo, close call. That was a nice little catch on your end with the camera.
Yeah, we did not think you were going to get a 3 here.
No.
It was a kind of a 2 or a 4 putt.
Yeah.
You found a 3 out of it.
I found a 3 out of it. I would do what I need to do, right? So there's a front 9 scores. Corey with the 1 under par, Jared with the 1 over, Donut with, you had 6 over, and I had 1 over. So not bad from Jared considering he had a rough start, and considering I've never played this course, I would take 1 over.
Yeah, I'm kind of throwing the classic donut where I just can blow up on a couple holes. But
Right.
look pretty good otherwise.
So heading to hole 10, looking to make the change on everyone. This one is a very tricky hole, 385, par 3. So we're coming past the guardian trees that you have to get to, and then you have this river OB road in front of the basket, and then the basket is protected on the right side, and then wood chipped area. What did Corey say about people getting past the guardian trees? Because that first layer is the
it's
real
about
option.
280 away. It's 100% reachable for all 4 of us.
Sure.
So you just kind of have to throw it and hope it goes through.
And
If
Jared,
it doesn't go through, then the trees are so they're not they don't take up a ton of space.
Sure.
So you have a really easy up.
yeah.
So he says he goes through about 60% of the time,
Okay.
which looks about right.
And-
There's about 60% uncovered.
Yeah, and so I threw a backhand ray thinking of the flip play was the right one, and I got through it, and I did not know about the road. So as soon as I got up there, you guys were like, hope it's not on the road, and I was like, what road?
That road is really hard to reach.
So I think I actually hit over it. I think I actually got past the road.
Did you?
I think so. So Jared, I actually like Jared's play. So his first throw was a roller is what he's trying to do. So he's really trying to take the trees out of play and try to hit that first gap and skinny up his disc so it gets through. Unfortunately, he cranked his over, so he was in the rough, and so he just took a chip out. And there's you, and that was a what?
That was a Firebird.
Okay, and you just didn't turn
I
it
just
over at all.
missed it. Yeah, I should have thrown it on Anheuser and didn't.
And so here's Corey. He's just going right and up and over the.
Just easy park.
Yep, nice job from him. And here's Jared now. He's taking his pitch up. This is looking good. Whew, just short. And so this is an interesting play. I like it.
Buzz OS around the corner, parked it, and then just the biggest scoot I've ever seen from an overhand in my life.
Those darn wood chips. And I did not think I had a look from there. And so there was 2 disc lengths, wide towards the basket. And I was like, I'm going to run this. I'm going to do something stupid. And you guys were like, all right, go for it. And then I hit pin. So could have been worse. And clean that up. And
double bogey feels weird because I had a lot of good shots on that hole and it still just got away from me.
Yep.
Probably one unlucky bounce.
I feel like 4 would have been fair.
Yeah.
And I think, but yeah, you know what I mean though. So like, I think 4 was fair, but
my Firebird shot was the only bad one.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it really is the only got away from you, and then you had the unlucky scoot. So heading to hole 11, hoping to correct it here. 502. This is a monster of a hole. Definitely the hardest one on the course by a country mile.
Yeah, so we're showing it to you on video. If you play this course, just go walk it. Walk this whole hole.
I did not walk it. Please go walk it.
Yeah, Zach. We told Zach to walk it. He said, no, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say that. I just said I wasn't going to go walk it. I knew you guys knew what you were talking about.
This is a monster hole. You want to throw about a 300-foot shot to that corner. You can see that like double tree with the lighter trunk. You want to throw to there, and then you have just a killer upshot that has no real line through there. There's a couple lines if you get lucky. You're just screwed. And then a 9-foot basket.
And then of course I have to hit, into the woods.
I feel like I don't even see that tree you hit because I know I'm throwing around it, but you found it.
I sure found it indeed. And there was a guy actually back there, almost hit him. Didn't know he was in there, but he sure almost hit him. So you're going with the flick line with that destroyer.
Yep, so I'm intentionally turning this all the way over, full flex line.
That's a perfect.
Parked it.
Perfect attack. And so I got to pitch out. Corey, when he threw, he hit on the left side and he slowed his disc down. He was trying to go big over the top of the trees and try to throw it in that fairway. So
he's trying to throw like that pro level shot where he throws it on flip to flat, but it takes forever to flip to flat, goes way above the trees, and then spike hyzers down into the fairway around the corner.
Like what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's trying to do that earlier.
And so he crushes this one. He's watching it.
He's trying to throw that like 450 from the pad, though.
Right, and he gets a good chunk of distance. He plinkos. He will land in the fairway. And here's your second shot after that beautiful drive, and there's that real tricky woods. And
you can't even see the line, but I found a real tight gap and just crushed it with my buzz.
No problem for you, good sir. And Jared here trying to go with a roller, doesn't get quite over on it enough.
Yeah, he should have released it higher up into the air and given more turn in the air.
And I hit something for my roller, didn't have a chance, and I'm frustrated because the shot before that put me in that spot previously, I thought it was a beautiful drive with my destroyer, and then it wasn't, and now I'm like feeling like, oh my god, like this hole's like getting
frustrated.
Away from me.
That tree was a lucky hit. That disc was going to hyzer farther into the woods.
Yep, and so hindsight's 20/20. I'm okay with it here. And Corey very wisely says, you know what, I'm going to use the wood chips to my advantage. I'm going to just scoot it right up to the basket.
Yep. And wood chips are probably the skippiest terrain in disc golf.
Yep. And Jared does the same thing, just takes a pitch out, gives himself a look. And so here's me. I think this is for my 6th.
Yeah, it's like a frustrated run.
Yeah, you can see I'm not even
a response. This is my 3 look.
Oh my gosh, I still can't wrap my mind around this. It's like, and you miss it. At least you weren't short. You were just like wide.
Yeah, so my drives are pretty good and my upshots are pretty good, but man, I can't figure out how to putt.
And here we are with the exact same putt from the other
comebacker, same distance.
And you hit it. Yes, there we go. Corey's all hyped for you, and now you have to climb a tree in order to get that out.
Yeah, this basket is so high up in the air. It just rubs it into your face because it takes... what I did is perfect.
Yes.
Like, I got lucky and I threw really well to get parked in 2. It takes 3 to get there, and then it's just the worst putt ever.
It was well done on your end for those first 2 shots. Heading to hole 12 now, 243 feet. This is just a pretty straightforward forehand flick for a righty. Left hand, just a simple hyzer. I feel like the skip play is good here because these are like pine needles kind of area, so they're good skipping material. Or you can try to float it high enough, but if you leave it too high, the ceiling's pretty low, so you can find yourself in trouble. Just like Corey did there, left a little inside, a little too high, got himself knocked down early.
Yeah, there's no real way to backhand on this hole unless you're playing for a 3. Beautiful skip from Jared. He left his a little long and wide.
Yep, but it snuck through.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky.
And
I just smashed mine.
What disc was that?
That was the Monster. Okay. I wanted to throw exactly that hard on more hyzer.
Sure.
So it skipped hard.
And here I am with that T-Bird, and I really, really like this shot out of my hand, and so you can't see it from this angle, but there's like those 2 things you see right in front of Corey right there on the left side, baby pine trees, and they grabbed my disc. Like, they held on to them, and I was so mad. And so Corey with the simple just pitch up. You with a good. Ooh, that. Oh, you almost had a run there for a second.
Yeah, I don't really understand jump putting. It doesn't like logically make sense to me.
Sure.
But, my just throw in runs are pretty close.
And there's a bid for me, and I could have jump putted there, and I usually don't jump putt a lot because I think I have more control. But leave a comment down below if you think if you know the deep understandings of jump putting and why it's better, so that we can get ourselves better.
I don't care. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, we're AM3 players for life. We're good. So
someday I'll be an AM3 player.
I feel like you're right there. I feel like you're very close. I think once your putting comes in line, you're gonna be
If my
solid.
putting comes in line, I'm just gonna skip AM3.
We're just. You know what? We should just get you in an AM4 tournament. Just have you crush that, and then be like, all right, go to Open.
Yeah, that'll chill you.
Well, okay, Andrew Marweed, here we come. All right, headed into hole 13 now, 302, par 3. This is the horseshoe hole, right? That's what they call it around this area. Got to take something that's crazy overstable trying to get around this corner. I feel like for me, the play would be to like throw a destroyer that's overstable and try to do like a double skip or a triple skip over these wood chips and pine needles, trying to get towards the basket. But you think you can get there in the air?
Me?
Is that what? Do you think you can?
I'm going pure hyzer, like a
Like what Jared just did.
230, and then I'm trying for the quad skip,
Okay.
which is a full skip. 4 is about the max you can get.
Oh,
That was big.
That would have been good. That was the play,
So
right?
there's only overstable disc. So yep, star monster all the way around the corner, and I got like a double skip. That wasn't a perfect throw. I could have thrown it harder and a little higher, but
Yeah. You can see I'm still frustrated from that 7 from earlier.
I had the long drive on this hole, which is kind of weird considering who we're playing with.
Corey just going sky. Like, you cannot see the basket from where he's at. It's still tucked 40, 50 feet to the
He's
left.
still all the way around the horseshoe and knew he couldn't get it around the corner in one shot. So he knows where the basket is. It's his home course, and he knows what his discs do, and they're weird. There's no way to explain what he does, and he just parks it.
Like, he's next to the basket right now.
Yeah, it's almost surprising that it didn't go in because of how
Close it is.
doing. Yeah.
And we can see the divot, too, when we walked up.
So this is
Nice drive from
This
you.
is the play to land where I am, and then that's pretty much the perfect up shot. I'm parked.
So Jared trying to save his par here.
Yep.
Ooh, that's probably as catchy I've ever seen that basket be.
But yeah, it tried.
And you can see him get a little double, fist pump there. He's like, yes, thank you, basket.
Yeah, good standard par from you.
Yep. Back in my groove after
clean par from me.
after a nice
And then
7.
Corey's divot is between his disc and the basket. He landed closer, and then it bounced back.
Oh gosh.
So he doesn't make sense to me, but
You can see my look at the camera there. It's like, are you kidding me with that throw?
yeah, that dude's nuts.
Yeah, it's great. Corey, we love you. Can't wait to play with you again. Heading into hole 14, though. 244 feet, par 3. You have the center gap, I think, is the safest play to go. You can try to go really low and maybe skip up a forehand or try to go backhand, but the backhand seems pretty guarded, so.
Yeah, if I throw this again, it's probably like a big smash putter flex.
Sure.
Or just like a straight mid-range shot.
And I think Jared's trying to go for that forehand, skip shot, and he leaves it a little too far left, so he's going to leave himself with a big putt. You can see
The
him
brush
use
is
the
a little longer on that left side, too.
Yeah.
I think he turned that over more than he wanted. I don't think he's trying to skip.
Yeah,
It's too far.
He gave a double thumbs down there. That's not what he wanted to do, and this is...
That's the play.
Sure.
Go in.
All right, Corey. Is this your home course, dude?
He's just good, too. Like, this is just a really straightforward hole, and he knows what his discs do. They turn forever. It's so bizarre.
Ooh, that looked like a good line. But it's fading out of that.
Yeah, I didn't throw hard enough.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be a good line until it faded out. And this is a Mako for me, so I didn't think I had to give very much on it. You could see how much hyzer I gave it, because I thought I was going to flip more, and I just didn't snap my wrist enough. And you could see me.
Looked like kind of a lazy shot for me.
Yeah. You could see me giving the head thing. I was like, oh, thanks, Zach. You know I got to get more than that.
Ooh, little baby run.
Yeah. I've been trying to work on my awkward putting this year.
Fall putting, yeah.
Yep, and so I've gotten much better from the ground, and not that it helps, but in tournament play, but I can do it now.
Ooh.
Just a bit short, but that would have been good if I think it would have been higher.
Yeah, I feel like I'm better from 50 than I am from 20.
Yeah, bang from Jared. Oh, triple dab. Oh my gosh.
He's going back to the dabs. He's feeling good.
He's feeling it now. He's back in groove. And guess what I took?
Is it another 7?
No.
That's another 3 then.
Yes.
Those are your only 2 scores this round?
It's either one or the other. Thank God it wasn't another 7. No, I'm just going to say that right now.
Yeah, there's really only one hole you can take a 7 on.
And I sure did find it.
Oh!
Couldn't be outdone with a triple dab.
Yeah. Corey's working on his dunk contest skills.
Oh, okay, all right. Looking forward to seeing that. Hole 15 now, 302 feet, par 3. Pretty standard. You want to throw something really straight that fades maybe a little left at the end. Nothing too overstable, I imagine. Just something like a rock is what I would imagine. Something I would go out there. Just like land it soft and short in those like needles and let it scoot towards the basket.
Yeah, just that straight fairway driver that has a little bit of finish on it.
I think that the line that Jared just hit is perfect, except he got over on it a little bit.
Yeah, he cranked it.
And there is a forehand line. You can see it there with the camera angle. There is
The
a
forehand line is huge.
Yeah.
But it's open.
Yep.
So if you've got a 400-foot forehand, you can pure hyzer it.
Okay, Andrew Marweed, go show us how to do it.
Yeah.
That's who I'm... Or Reed Skura.
Well, he's a lefty.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Same thing, right? No, it's not.
I'm going Destroyer, turned it over. Yep.
Not happy
Not
about that.
feeling good.
Yep. I go with Destroyer as well, but this is a really flippy Destroyer. I'm looking for like a short skip towards the basket, and I hit it very nicely.
Yeah, strange this late in the round to have 4 bad drives.
What are you talking about? My drive's great. I'm pretty sure I'm parked.
Are you?
I think so. If I recall. It's been a long time since we played this.
I like this upshot for me. Oh, yeah, you're parked.
Oh, yeah, there I am.
I thought you went long. My bad.
Corey went...
All right, Corey.
All right, then, I guess...
I take back what I said about your putts. They're just as good as your drive. You should be rated 1100. What do I know? Jared,
oh my gosh. Now we know why he went to 903 after the CCR Open.
Yeah, what a monster, dude.
Did
Let's see if
stuff
I
like
can
that.
make mine from way out. Absolutely not.
Oh, gosh. I don't know why I checked the camera there. I looked back at the camera and it's like, is it recording?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't even care about that shot. Like,
It's on a tripod. I'm pretty sure it's
that's
still
an
getting-
alright putt for me. It
Yeah, that was good.
saved my bogey. Still not feeling good, but whatever.
We'll see if we can correct it here in hole 16. 275 is kind of the inverse of the last one, so it's more of a forehand play. It does go dogleg right a little more than the last one. So I think the play here is, again, you can either put it in the air if you have enough arm to just get there, or you can play for like a double skip and try to give yourself a look.
The way this hole shakes out is you want to do like a flip to flat with a very with still an overstable finish on the driver. So just like that, but lower. He threw his a little high.
Yep.
And so he finished a little too hard right.
And I didn't think about it, but there's a route on the right side. I'm assuming in tournament they probably give a Mando so that you can't take that route.
I'm not sure. I didn't even see it till now.
Yeah.
That looks like a really good line, especially for you.
I was going to say, I have a couple discs that are really overstable for that, but I actually like this line, practicing my forehand, and I'm planning the skip, so it did everything I wanted to. I left it a little shorter than I wanted, but...
Yeah, I still would have gone a little higher and skipped later, but that's a really good shot.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that turn-up shot like I was describing.
Yeah.
And I just hit the
Inside
tree.
route.
Yeah, that turned perfectly, but I just missed my line by like
a foot.
If that.
And that one, you can see your frustration.
No, I'm just
here.
mad.
Yeah. You're like, the first one you want, could have had the super highs, or that one you would have wanted the straighter ones.
I've definitely made some mistakes on this round.
Hey!
Ooh, big putt.
That's pretty good for me.
Yeah, I've made some mistakes on this round, but I've also had some things that haven't gone my way.
Yeah.
So.
And with the new putter, too, it can add frustration for a lot of players, too, not to have that consistency down.
Right. I haven't had a birdie either, I don't think.
No, you haven't, unfortunately.
That's kind of what I'm frustrated about.
Blame the camera. It adds 5 strokes, right?
I'm good on camera, dude.
Oh my goodness, you know what I just realized? Corey and Jared are 1 stroke apart.
Yeah, this is I wouldn't call this a hot round from either of them. They both play... Their average score, I think, is better than what they're playing. Not that they're playing terrible.
I think Corey averages 8 under or something like that.
Yeah, and Jared's probably around 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6. So we'll see if they can, make this interesting here in the last 2 holes. Hole 17, 309, par 3. The couple routes you can take the really narrow backhand line that goes towards this, or you can take a big forehand route. But they're both about equally open. I don't think it adds any more distance taking one route or the other.
I don't know if I'd call it equally open. There's trees on the right and there's no trees on the left.
That's fair.
But, Jared's taking inside route on accident.
Real inside.
Yeah. So you're going backhand just for distance consideration.
Yep.
Just more controlled.
Yeah, and I'm much better backhand because I can't get the 309. I don't think
That wide hyzer is definitely the backhand play.
Yeah.
You can go wider than it looks like on camera.
And this is the play to make if you're wanting to get aggressive.
If
And
you have any sort of forehand, this is probably the comfortable play.
that was a bomb. He should have a look from there. That looked real good.
And I turned that destroyer all the way.
And that's just not helping out. Already in a rough round. So you're a ways away looking to park this one. And a little fluffy. Even your reaction right there.
Yeah, that's not what I tried to do.
Yep. Jared from a long way out. Wanting to hit this, trying to keep it competitive. And not a bad bid, but he keeps it low. He should be parked, ready for 3.
Yeah, Jared's not thrilled with this hole because Corey has a play on 18 and Jared doesn't.
Oh, that's right, because, yeah, there's a lot of power.
So it's not looking good for Jared moving into 18, but weird things happen. Corey can go OB, especially with how hard he throws. If he goes OB, he's going way OB.
So here's my 2 look. I leave it short. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Had a couple birdies, though, today, so I can't be too... I can't complain too much considering my round consists of pars so far, 2 birdies, and a triple bogey.
Yeah.
So being 1 over, I can't complain too much.
Jared cleaning up, still an all-right round from him. Beautiful back 9.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Heading to hole 18 now, so here's the one where Corey's got to play. It's a little longer at 379, still par 3, but you have OB on the right with the road. Excuse me, the play is to go kind of flex line.
To flip to flat.
Yeah, flip to flat, excuse me, yep, and attack the basket. And I think Corey kind of has it down, especially with his power. He's got, like you said, very flippy discs.
Yeah, he's turning all the way over backhand. Forehand's kind of the play on this hole, but...
And he can crank it way up there, and he's attacking the basket right now. I think Jared's play will be the roller in order to get the distance.
I think he would have to go roller in the tournament just to keep up with Corey. I don't know if he's doing that here. I think this is his par play. Yes. He can't throw 400.
Or at least throw 400 at that line.
Yeah, no, not here.
Yeah. And so, I try to throw a real flippy disc, a Wraith that I no longer own. So if you find that at Spring Valley, please call me because I want that disc back. But I left it too much over.
Yeah, I'm flipping a destroyer. I needed a little more height on that one to finish the flight, kick it back, give myself a long 2 look.
Yeah, I'm forever away here. I'm just trying to kind of chip it up, take a 3, go home.
That's kind of how 18 plays. It's pretty similar to hole 1, where it's the right distance for an easy 3 and almost impossible 2. Mm-hmm. And a 4 doesn't feel good.
You doing a chip up? Ooh, good run there, actually. Not too bad.
Yeah, my throw-ins are feeling really comfortable. I haven't actually thrown one in, but my range is very, very tight.
Jared trying to keep things interesting with a par putt here. Leaves it just out wide right, so he's going to be putting in for his 4. And Corey, all he needs to do here is throw it at the base of the basket and put it in to win. But it does not look like he's going to do that.
No, he's playing for video, not for the win.
All right, thank you, Corey, for playing for video. Yeah, he's going for maybe he's going for the win, but he wants a dominating win. Yeah. Bang, puts it down the ram side, but still scoots in.
It's a trash can putt, no change needed.
Jared cleans up, though, on the backside nicely.
Ooh, I left my approach a little long. I got some action on there.
See if you can make this putt.
Let's
Bang,
go.
There you go. That looked like a good putt.
DXAVR3 is my new putter. Just keeping it.
That's the decider. Hey, look, my pocket's out. What am I doing?
Behind the back. Turn around. Over the head. Ooh. Backside of the basket. I like that too. That's all right. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I guess. I forgot that I did that. All right, so here's the back 9 scores here. Corey with the 4 under. Jared 2 under. Donut 5 over. And I'm 1 over. So can't really complain on the day, really. Pretty reasonable course. I really, really enjoyed it. I think you're right. I think it caters to both the higher level players and the newer players. So here's the final scores at Corey at 5 under, Jared at 1 under, I was at 2 over, and Donut at 11. Outside just a couple holes, really this you and I can really clean up our scores and maybe get a little more competitive shooting that 1 to 3 under range. So
Right. I'll probably be just over par.
Yeah.
10 feels like not great.
Yeah, and we'll just blame it on the new putter.
Yeah, I had some things happen on that hole. I
Yeah.
got a little frustrated on the back nine.
Yeah.
Left some strokes on the table.
We'll have to go back and enjoy it again. There's only been one tournament so far at this course as well, so looking forward to having more tournaments there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge to if you're TDing out there, because we want to be out there again. So
This course is actually brand new too. They
less than a year.
Yeah, they opened it at the end of last summer season.
Yeah.
So they're like October or something.
Yep, and it's worth checking out. If you haven't played here yet, definitely go do it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If I lived in the area, I'd probably play it all the time. So definitely go out and play it. Thanks, Donut, for joining me today on our commentary. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and get notifications on our Facebook page as well, so that you can get updates whenever we go out and do casual rounds, so that you can join us, as well as find out when we are doing tournament coverage, including we have River City Open that we're going to start recording tomorrow, so we're really stoked about that. We're covering the FPO cards, so really looking forward to covering them, and we'll get those videos out to you as soon as possible, as soon as they're available and done. But we're looking forward to that one. And we just also finished up covering another tournament in Three Rivers with the St. Joseph County Shootout, so that should be coming in about a week or so, and you guys can watch Andrew Marweed and Reed Friscura again shooting out in the Three Rivers Meyer Broadway area. So really stoked to give you guys some more coverage. Definitely drop that like and subscribe, helps us out, making sure that we keep growing the channel. Definitely leave a comment below what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see more of. We're definitely interested in getting people's input and seeing what we want to do, because we're trying to provide something unique to this area and to the disc golf community. So definitely get involved if you're interested as well. So looking forward to keep working for you guys. So thanks for watching again. This has been Crew 42, and we are out.